Hi friends, I just wanted to come on here to make a short video of my symptoms because of those who know me. My name's Myra, and if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you guys know that me and Sergio are having a baby. And I just kind of wanted to come on here and just tell you guys a little bit of how everything happened and some of the symptoms that I had through my pregnancy. I'm currently 17 weeks and I'm starting to feel a little bit of kicking and stuff. So, where do I start? Oh my goodness. So, how did I find out I was pregnant? So, Sermay, for those of you guys who know, she's 6 years old, but she's about to be 7. And we waited this long because I just had some other goals in mind, and so did my husband. We just wanted to do other things and experiment with other things, and we just couldn't have another baby right away, or even like 2 years later. We just needed the time. And so I decided to get an IUD, and that was our way of birth control. And then not too long ago, earlier this year, I took off my IUD and I just wanted to let my body go back to normal. I didn't want to take any pills. I didn't want to do a patch. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted my body to do what it was meant to do. And what we were just doing was using a condom. And then after my IUD came off, I don't know, like really early this year. I want to say January. And I'm currently 4 months pregnant. So after a little bit, a few months later, I got pregnant. And with my IUD, I didn't have a period. So that was one of the big reasons I wanted to get my body to go back and doing its normal thing and having a period and just be normal, I guess, or just to what I knew what normal was. And so after the IUD, I started getting my period and everything was going back to normal. And then 1 month it didn't come, but I didn't freak out because before my IUD I was irregular, so I didn't get a period every single month at a specific day of the month. So I was like, okay, I didn't freak out because, like I said, I was irregular, and it was just, to me, it was like, okay, well, I'm going back to what I used to be, so I'm going to be starting to be irregular now. So I wasn't thinking pregnancy. And so then one day, I'm that type of mom that's always like on the go, like I always have a list. So the night before, I usually plan on what I'm going to do tomorrow, and I always have a list. And if those things don't get done, I kind of beat myself up for it. So one day I was just really tired, and I was like, okay, I'm going to take a nap. And that was one day. And then the next day, I took another nap. And the day after that, I took another nap. And granted, these naps weren't 15, 30-minute naps. These were 3-hour naps. And then I was still tired. And so I was like, there's something wrong. And then eventually, I wasn't tired, and I did normal things, and I went and finished my to-do list, and I did what I needed to do. But then I noticed that my breast started growing, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm putting on some weight, and that's why my breasts are growing. But then they started getting sensitive, and I was like, okay, this is not normal. So that was one of the main things. And then I started getting, what was I? Oh yeah, I started feeling nauseous. And then I was like, okay, I need to take a test. But before I decided to take that test, I did get, this is really gonna sound gross, but I didn't want to leave it out in case, you know, you're a new mom or anything. I did get like this vaginal infection, and I've never had one before, which my doctor told me, and I work with nurses, they told me they're very common and they're very normal with women. And this was really gross. I didn't even want to mention it, but that was like the thing. I went to the doctor, or I actually talked to one of the nurses that I work with, and she said, oh, you know, go get this and do this and go to the Walmart or you know, a pharmacy. And so I went and I read on the back of the box, it said, I can clearly remember like it was yesterday, it said, if you've never had like a vaginal infection before, make sure you're not pregnant, because you could just be pregnant. And so I was like, okay. So I put it back on the shelf, and then instead I bought 2 pregnancy tests, 2 boxes. So there was 4 in total, because most boxes come with 2. And then I took all of them, and they were all positive, and I was like totally freaking out, because we weren't planning it, but we weren't not wanting a baby. At this point in our life, we kind of wanted a baby, but we weren't planning it. So it was like a very, very exciting feeling. And so some of the symptoms that that I started having were those symptoms. And like I said, my breast started getting bigger. That infection, that was the whole thing of how I found out I was pregnant. Just being tired. I think those were the main ones. And then a little bit of nausea, not a whole lot. I've never ever had like morning sickness to the point that I feel like I need to get up and run to the restroom and throw up. I've never had that, not even with my first pregnancy. I've never had that with Sermay. I haven't had that with this baby, and I feel like I'm over that stage now of the first trimester. I am now on my 17th week, so I'm on my 2nd trimester. And so I didn't have that. Thank the Lord. But I did feel like with some foods I was like, So with this baby, I feel like all I crave is like fruits, and mostly sour fruits. Mostly just fruits, honestly. That's what I crave with this baby, but that's pretty much it, guys. And I just wanted to do this video for you guys to know where I was at, because I know I haven't been posting in forever, but I just been so tired. And then another thing is, like, if you guys are pregnant and if you guys want to follow along with my journey and just this journey through this pregnancy, and I know, like, if this is your first time being pregnant, I'm gonna put out a few videos to help you and just have that mutual help with other moms, and let's see where this takes us. But anyways, thank you so much, and bye.